Hello, this is the in-class video. If you missed in class the week of March 1st, it would be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Sorry, my audio is a little weird. I'm buying a new microphone, but right now it's not great. So here's what we did in class, and I'll link these videos. We talked about Black History Month and how that fits into U.S. history. As you know, we learn a lot about Black history in class, and we always want to remember these Heritage Months, as we call them, Black History Month or Women's History Month or Latinx History Month, are not the only times that we should be talking about the history of different diverse peoples, but it's a good reminder that we should continually look and make sure that we're including lots of different voices. And then the other video is about Juneteenth, which is June 19th, which is the anniversary of the day when Texas slaves found out that they were free. There was a lot of slaves who weren't freed until like 6 months to a year after the Civil War, and that's the day that Texas found out, and it's a growing celebration, so you'll probably see a lot of more people celebrating the end of slavery, which is cool. Then we did a reading attached called Freed People. That's kind of in the viewpoint of if you were a newly freed slave, what did that look like? And then in our notebooks, we kind of jotted down, what would be your first move if you were a newly freed slave. And then we talked about land, and we talked about land distribution. There was this interesting opportunity in the United States to redistribute all of this plantation owners' land. And there's people argued for it. That's what this quote is, and people who argued against it. Harriet Tubman was a big proponent of land distribution, and it didn't really get off the ground, but there were a couple land distribution legislation. So one was a Homestead Act. Remember, anything underlined you want to write down in your notebook, which you could try to get people to settle in the West. And then there was the 1865 Land Provision Act. The nickname was 40 Acres and a Mule. That kind of settled northern Florida a little bit. But in the end, the land was given back to the white plantation owners, supported by Andrew Johnson, who was president at the time. And so most ex-slaves could not get their hands on any small pieces of land to feed their families, and so they were pushed into a system called sharecropping. And so there's a video attached of where you go through the activity we did in class. You can kind of see how that sharecropping works. But essentially, sharecropping is where you use a piece of land, you rent a piece of land, and you pay a piece of the crops as rent. And this keeps you very poor because you go into debt and you're not able to get out of it. And so you'll see that in the video. Then in class we made a Venn diagram together comparing and contrasting slavery and sharecropping. You're going to want to copy this down into your notebook. And I think that was it for the day. And then make sure you do the at-home portion for this week, which was the reading guide and then watching the video and taking some notes. Let me know if you have any questions.